into a brand new wave, drowning out the noise that's tame. Liberty whispers through the brave, breaking free from every chain. Nullify the rules they crave. Crypto beats that pave the way. Anarchy with minds that safe. Algorithms, new dawn today. Out of bounds and out of sight, building futures pure and bright. Escape the grip and win the fight. Welcome into the legacy ride. Beyond control, we take a stand, casting off the iron brand. Freedom flowing through our hands. Revolution's our command. Decentralize the way we plan. All together we expand. Breaking shackles for the clan. In this journey we're unplanned. Out of bounds and out of sight, building futures pure and bright. Escape the grip and win the fight. Welcome into the legacy ride.
You saw his face. I accidentally didn't get it in time. You saw the ugly mug. But this is the number 18. This is the 18th episode of Legacy News, a part of the new expanded universe of the Legacy Ride for 2025. And once again, it's Crypto Wednesday. I am the legacy of Jennifer Rent Kaiser. I'm Zachary Kaiser. This is
Oh,
the
look
ugly
away.
mug. The ugly mug.
I'm
Don't make me
hideous.
squirm it. Don't make me squirm it. Crypto Wednesday. Andrew Joseph. He's back at it once again. Got some more news on what pertains to crypto and the world in economics, politics, everything of that matter. What is it that we're about to show today? I don't even know what this article is. So we'll let Andrew jump right into it. And then we have some charts for you. We're going to educate you today. So sit back, don't get too bored, and let's learn a little bit of some cryptocurrency.
Cash, science, Sarah. Okay, here we go. And there we go. Sudden Bitcoin price plunge sparks 3.2 trillion crypto crash fear. Bitcoin has suddenly plunged under 91,000 per Bitcoin, setting alarm bells ringing that the Federal Reserve could be about to trigger a Bitcoin price crash. Well, that would be the thing. They are terrorists. The Bitcoin price has dropped sharply from its post-Donald Trump election victory peak of almost 110,000 per Bitcoin, despite Trump confirming he's planning on Bitcoin price game changer. Now, as the Fed has been warned of a looming crisis, Bitcoin and crypto traders are nervously watching for whether the combined crypto market will drop below the key $3.2 trillion level. Let's see. The start of the new year has not been easy for the crypto market. Alex, I don't speak Italian, Alex K, the FX Pro chief market analysis, said in an email note, the next target for the bears looks to be 88,000, the 88,000 area, and in a negative scenario, Bitcoin will face a quick pullback to $74,000. the Bitcoin and crypto markets has struggled to hold on to its post-Trump election gain, with momentum being sapped by a string of positive economic updates. It means the Federal Reserve is less likely to cut interest rates this year. It's got a chart here. The Bitcoin price chart for 30 days. Losing over 2% in 24 hours to 3.22 trillion. The market was back at the bottom of the consolidation range since the end of November. I'm just going to try this gimmick here. Kuptinskevich, I don't know. The promise to start to the year failed to materialize.
I believe.
Is what?
Let me try
Go
it.
ahead.
Let me try it. I believe it is Kupsikrovich. Kupsikrovich. I am
Well,
a
someone speaks
Russian.
Italian around
I
here.
am a Russian asset. I am Russian intelligence. So Kupsikrovich. We
Well, hey,
are here to bring Mother Russia to the crypto industry. All right. We're going to take over the world with bricks and Bitcoin.
you promised to pay me for being your mouthpiece. Remember? Anyways, we weren't supposed to talk about that, but the promise to start to the year failed to materialize. Is with some trepidation that we now watch the eighth or so attempt to break below 3.20 trillion dollar market cap. Adding to the unease is the fact that last week's upside momentum failed to develop, only attracting sellers. The combined crypto market soared to a record high of almost $4 trillion in the aftermath of Trump's presidential election victory, as traders and investors cheered the incoming administration's pro-crypto agenda. And it looks like the end of the article. So let's go ahead and stop staring at that.
Oh,
Say that again. Sorry.
I am back. I'm back. I'm trying to maintain my Russian accent, but it keep coming and it keep coming out like I'm Scottish. I don't know, laddie. Maybe I'm a.
Oh yeah.
We're all Scottish. We're all Scottish intelligence now. I'm MI6. My lad here, my friend here is actually MI5. We're working closely with the Russians. Yes, sir. We are all Russian assets. We're working within the crypto sphere to make sure that BRICS breaks the bank and the United States Federal Reserve and the dollar maintains its supremacy over the world. That is what BRICS is all about. We're going to use Bitcoin as the standard so that the dollar and the petrodollar still has the world's reserve and all of the world. That's what BRICS is all about.
It is. I thought.
Probably.
Well, it doesn't matter what I think. I just work here.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We're all Russian assets now.
Right?
Go ahead.
No.
Say what you need to say.
Every time they have a news article like this is just something that they've had written up weeks, months in advance. Let me go ahead and pull up a chart here.
Let it burn.
Right? Sure. Okay, you can see it.
Let it burn.
This is on the weekly chart. This looks like a normal support level, right? Go ahead. If you extend it here, this looks like a traditional support level right there. But if you go in a more granular fashion and step back, zoom in a little bit.
Wow, that's
this right here. Yeah. Well, it's just a second. This right here. That's called a shooting star candle. That's marks the upside at the end of an uptrend.
We're in a bear now, everybody.
Well,
kind of.
If you go, and this is on the daily, okay? So this is not necessarily, but it is not looking pretty. If you was they're trying to hold it right here. But if you would to zoom out and go here, this is what's called a spinning top, and this is a significant reversal candle. This right here is called a bearish engulfing candle, because you can see right here, that's a full candle. It's a second. The bearish engulfing candle is because it's basically eaten up the entire gains of this one particular area. And this is on this candle, or this chart only updates once every 18 days. So right now we are in a precarious position. Like I said before, they're trying to hold support here. That is a significant correction. The next level of serious support will be $72,000. I think they mentioned that in the article. But hitting $100,000 is a serious psychological level. And it's going to be very, very difficult for them to just jump back up into this, because the amount of time it's taken to build up for this right here.
So what you're saying is Bitcoin is eventually going to level out around 72,000? Is that what
that's the next level of support. But you have to take into consideration the amount of time. I did the wrong one. Yeah, this is 238 days of consolidation that they're going to try to test.
What is this? Is this a chart for ants?
Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry. Can you see it better? I only have one screen here, so
yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit better.
You see how
we're gonna get it.
See how this is built support. If you go to the weekly, it's not so significant. It's not such a significant amount of time, but usually moves like that. You have to build for a consistent amount of time. So
I needed my glasses for that one.
I'm sorry.
It's very hard to read.
Yeah.
I figured you needed comical relief. So what does this all mean? I'm gonna let you. What does this all mean? What is the prediction?
A prediction? That's such a short period of time that it consolidated. There's no way that they're going to be able to maintain that momentum, and they're definitely going to move to the downside.
Is this the reason why the IRS? And this is from last week, everybody. Is this the reason why the IRS is giving you a year delay before you can before you're forced to pay taxes?
What they do is they plan articles like that in advance in order to shake the hands of people who aren't consistently aware of what the environment is going to be, and they're trying to manipulate the market from the position of the people in power.
Are you saying that the feds are manipulating the market?
Yes.
Fair enough. That makes sense. And that is why we're Russian assets now.
Right.
So, but yeah. So basically it's just like any market, just like it with your stocks. And this is why number go up philosophy is just straight up retarded. Because this is what you get. You're focused in to a standard based upon the monetary output of what you've put in to the security commodity falsified idea of what Bitcoin is about, and you have manipulation of not necessarily government manipulation, but also manipulation around just other custodial centralized chains, because they're
Every
in it for the money too. So
every market is manipulated. There's no market
yeah,
that isn't manipulated because people, are highly volatile and highly emotional when it comes to money. They have a hard time managing it, and so
yeah,
they'll take every chance and every opportunity they can to get ahead of other people. It doesn't matter if you're in Washington D.C. like Nancy Pelosi, if you're at the Federal Reserve, which picks the winners and losers in the modern market, or if you're in a in a crypto environment like this, you can there's nothing you can do about it. It just happens.
that's sad.
Yeah.
That is very, very sad, but a great education. I hopefully all of you are a little bit more profound on how to read a crypto exchange chart.
Yeah.
So, and I think for most people, if you're into the stocks and the stock exchange aspect, and have worked that market for a time being before you got into crypto, if you haven't gotten into crypto, I mean, you probably have some semblance of how to read such and learn how the market is volatile within its movements, and what plays key to how the market moves. And in this case, according to that article Andrew read, and then most likely according to the article pertaining towards the IRS's shenanigans last week, um, it seems to be a lot of manipulation for a lot of people to get a break, while forcing a lot of people out, thinking that they need to get out to win.
Well, I mean, if you
Um,
think back to the history of Bitcoin when it was first like Bitcoin's dead and this, that, and the other, they said Bitcoins were criminals. What they sling it to the mud so they can buy their own bags.
Bitcoin is for criminals, though.
Yeah, but
I
what
mean,
I'm saying
we
is
are.
the plain Jane people who are trying to make money, they don't want
Hmm.
to get involved in things that are dangerous and risky because somebody else could use it for a crime. It's not
Are you
what
saying? Are you saying that they're all communists? Are you saying the capitalists are actually communists that want to utilize the government and interference within the market in order to maintain that they get out with the money and everybody else is a loser? Are you
I
telling
mean,
me that
yeah.
capitalism is actually socialism?
I mean, I guess you could put it that way.
The bourgeoisie are the ones that Marx refers to as the great capitalists, are actually the great Satans that actually want to make sure that you're poor slave subjects to a system that keeps you in debt. And they're going to utilize it in their own manipulative tactics to maintain that they have all the riches, all the wealth, and you are just a little worker bee. Capitalism is
Yeah.
not what you think, everybody. Libertarians. Marx explains this in Das Kapital. For all you commies out there, you should probably read Marx. Then you'll understand when you call out the capitalists why you're calling out the great evil capitalists. But in the meantime, man, be an entrepreneur, be a crypto anarchist. Um,
Don't be a
start reading.
crypto-Keynesian.
Yeah, don't be a crypto Keynesian. Be a crypto Rothbardian. So, and honestly, don't even be a crypto Rothbardian. Be a crypto Conkian.
I can see that.
Capital statism, man, is what we're fighting against. Capitalism or
Yeah.
capital statism, as I would like to refer to it as. But once again, the reason I'm going off of this tangent,
Yeah.
we're all Russian assets.
I'm making all
We're
that Russian
all the
money.
enemy.
I'm making those
Yeah.
rubles.
Yeah, we're making those rubles, man. We are all Russian assets. Everything that I said here is to manipulate you, to come onto the side of Vladimir Putin because we want a Russian New World Order.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's Crypto Wednesday. But anything else?
No,
I know there's more.
I think. Well, I do have more indicators, but I'd like to just see how this goes and see if people are interested in learning more before we kind of delve into it more. So
Well, we still got close to 10 minutes to go, so I'm going to cater on, and I'm going to ask you one question. Expand on it however long it takes you within this time frame. What are your thoughts for the future of the blockchain through the aspect of a inevitable future banking collapse?
Oh man, I mean, they can't maintain the flow of money in such a stable way with the way that they've developed Bitcoin Core, and eventually they're going to be forced to pivot into alternative blockchains, and when they do that, they're going to lose their power grip of power over all the things that they've worked towards building and sustaining over the last 100+ years.
Okay. Well, let me extend that question and that answer and add in another potential crises other than a banking collapse. How can blockchain manage through, say, a solar flare, solar wind element hitting the earth that not necessarily knocks out technology, but what's the word I'm looking for? Causes issues within a technological standpoint to where it gets harder to utilize the technology at hand because of outside influences, outside atmospheric influences.
It won't happen universally. I mean, you're talking about, okay, let's say 50% of the world, right? There's no way that I mean, yeah, you're going to have some pretty significant crises, but that's not going to be the first situation that people are worried about. They're worried about their immediate needs, not what kind of money that they're paying with. So, and then the other half of the world is going to be working towards building to help those people out. Let's say 50, it's the other 50% of the world, because they know that there's some serious stuff going on, and now is not the time to try to take over.
Now, if a crisis from out of this world occurs that causes effects within our own atmosphere, how is it that we would be able to utilize the blockchain, or would we be able to even utilize the blockchain in that effect if some sort of static interference occurs within our technological blocks?
I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. I mean, they were talking about using the blockchain as a way to verify just different different supply routes. This is a couple of years ago. They were talking about using Ethereum for it. So if they're afraid if somebody's gonna like take the supplies that is being delivered and salvage them for their own personal use, so that they can try to they can track those things down, and they can take reassume control over them, whoever's doing the tracking. So
now with that, blockchain is fantastic technology, obviously, and it goes further than just one chain link. It's multiple links. What, in your opinion, do you think is the best and more sustainable chain or link within the blockchain in today's day and age that could lead to a better future use.
Well, I mean, it just depends on what's being used for what. Like, okay, uh, Bitcoin Cash node is a good one, but there was multiple Bitcoin Core forks. Uh, if it's a Bitcoin Cash node, uh, they have it automatically adjusts to scale for the demand. I know that Satoshi Vision had a default 128 megabyte block for theirs, so that they have. But it's really just depends on who's mining what coin for what purpose. So and Bitcoin Cash ABC, which I rebranded. You have to forgive me. I'm not particularly interested in ABC, but they were talking about having fractional reserve Satoshis before the fork, and basically making it damn near impossible to have any real charges from making a transaction. So there's a
I don't
large
think I like
supply.
that. I don't think I like that idea. A fractional reserve Bitcoin. I mean, maybe it
Satoshi,
could
not
work.
not
Or
not Bitcoin,
Satoshi,
but
excuse me.
Satoshi. Yeah,
Satoshi. I don't think I
this is
like
to
that.
control.
How would that
This is to
how
control.
would that work? Is that wouldn't that lead to more of a central control on the
Well, no,
token?
that was so that they can manage the cost of transacting. That's not so much to control the blocks.
Okay, so it's basically acting like a bank.
Well, the reverse of a bank, because a bank wants to make money, and
Well, yeah.
a fractional reserve Satoshi, they're doing a fractional reserve policy, but for the smallest unit of a Bitcoin, which is a Satoshi. So they break
Well,
it down
maybe
even
okay.
further.
Okay, so maybe in this case scenario, because nobody's saying that fractional reserve banking, in some aspect, is there's nothing wrong with it. There is something wrong with it when it comes to like central banks and its
So
networks, because eventually it leads to no reserves and fiat, but that leaves you valueless, penniless, and no savings. I mean, at this point, it sounds like it would be a good direction to pull to. Not to say that I would want to jump into that, but
the
it seems like
actual
a
Chicago School's implementation of fractional reserve is different than what the Keynesians have been doing,
yeah,
because in the Keynesian neo-Keynesian model, they don't have any reserves at all. They're just going
no,
off of the promises of return. In a
magic
fractional
money
in
tree.
the traditional Chicago sense of a fractional reserve system, they actually have reserves
Yeah,
to guarantee those guarantee that money.
and I guess theoretically, when you if you fall in line with the ideas of the Chicago school rather than the Keynesian school, um, you are effectively working towards a goal of maintaining a more sustainable financial system and sector. Uh, or you can go the Keynesian route and have nothing. But at the same time, you are limited within the Bitcoin sphere because, I mean, how long do we have until we supposedly don't have any more to mine?
Well, apparently it's supposed to go for 100+ years before you're out
Till you're
everything
completely
you
out.
find. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then after that, the
But
exchanges
there's
are
still
supposed
that limit.
that yeah, but it has been compromised. They are talking. Uh, and there was a video put out by Sailor and Company, not officially, but I'm applying this because they're all within the
Yeah.
same. They're all within the same uh, environment here, all within the same group thing. They said that they have a $21 million Bitcoin cap right now, but it could always be changed later. Which means that
Moving
they're
Bitcoin
just
closer to
inflate.
fiat every day, man.
Yep.
That's sad. They're digressing away from the Chicagoan model over to the Keynesian model. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll keep watching, and we'll keep waiting, and we'll keep seeing what's going on. But as of that, we are out of time. You guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and put a comment down below, man. Join this conversation. Let me know what you think. Let Andrew know what you think. I mean, join this conversation. So share it all over the place, and then go follow us everywhere else around the podcast sphere for our main show that hits the podcast every Sunday at midnight, and it goes live on YouTube, Rumble, and X every Friday at 7 p.m. or at 11 a.m. Eastern, not 7 p.m., 11 a.m. Eastern. But until then, it's definitely been school today. So anything else for you, Andrew?
This is an experiment. We don't have to keep doing this. It's just something I thought would be kind of different than most places they're doing. So I have a whole bunch of other indicators and ideas that we can talk about. I just want to do a few basic ones today.
It's called Crypto Wednesday, dude. It's all an experiment. But with that, I am the legacy of Jennifer Kaiser. That's Andrew Joseph. I'm Zachary Kaiser. And live long and prosper.
Thanks for watching.
In a land of post-scarcity. Giggity. Peace.